The result on Sunday night went far beyond a simple playoff loss. What happened on that field raised serious questions about preparation, communication, and control in one of the most important games of the season. The Los Angeles Chargers walked into the wild card round with expectations, confidence, and a franchise quarterback. They walked out with a 16-3 defeat that exposed something much deeper than the scoreboard suggests. Stay with us, because what was said after the final whistle changes the entire perspective of this game. Before we go any further, make sure you leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and click the hype button right now, because this story only gets heavier from here. From the opening snap, it was clear the Chargers were uncomfortable. Justin Herbert never found rhythm, never found security, and never found answers. Jim Harbaugh and his offensive staff tried adjustments, protection changes, quick throws, and movement in the pocket. None of it worked. For 60 full minutes, Herbert absorbed pressure that went beyond strategy and entered the territory of physical risk. This was not a one-drive collapse. This was a complete shutdown. The Patriots' defense, led by Mike Vrabel's vision and execution, controlled tempo, space, and timing with ruthless precision. What stood out was not just the pressure, but how it was created. New England did not rely on predictable blitzes. They disguised coverage, rotated late, sent stunts through unexpected gaps, and forced hesitation on every drop back. The Chargers' offense looked frozen, unsure of where pressure was coming from or how to counter it. That confusion is deadly in playoff football, and it only grew as the game went on. Drives stalled. Confidence drained. The Patriots dictated everything. Then came the moment that changed how this loss will be remembered. After the game, Patriots linebacker Robert Spillane shared a conversation that should concern every Chargers fan. According to Spillane, multiple Chargers players admitted they had no idea what New England was doing defensively. No recognition, no clarity, no solution. They openly confessed they could not identify the scheme they were facing. That is not trash talk. That is an admission. This revelation shines a spotlight on the work of Zach Core, who stepped into a leading defensive role this season, while Terrell Williams dealt with health complications. What New England accomplished was not accidental. Over the last 3 games, the Patriots have allowed just 23 total points. This is a defense peaking at the exact right time, dismantling opponents mentally as much as physically. Now the urgency intensifies. The Patriots move on to face the winner of the Texans versus Steelers matchup on Monday night. That opponent will have limited time to prepare for a defense that thrives on disguise and uncertainty. The question is not whether New England can repeat this performance. The question is whether anyone can decode it under playoff pressure. If Chargers players themselves admitted they were completely lost, what does that mean for the rest of the AFC? Was this just one dominant night? Or is this the beginning of a defensive run that no offense is ready for? And more importantly, who is truly prepared to face a scheme that even seasoned professionals could not identify when everything was on the line? What unfolded on Sunday night in Philadelphia goes far beyond a playoff victory. It is a moment that forces reflection, raises uncomfortable questions, and exposes the human side of elite competition. The San Francisco 49ers eliminated the defending Super Bowl champions, but the price of that win may echo for a long time. At the center of it all is George Kittle, and his reaction after a devastating injury is something rarely seen at this level. Early in the game, the atmosphere was electric. High stakes, hostile crowd, and a matchup that demanded physicality from the first snap. Kittle entered the night knowing his role would be pivotal. Blocking, absorbing contact, setting the tone. But with 6 minutes left in the first half, everything changed. On a simple 5-yard reception, his first catch of the game, Kittle went down. No defender celebration. No dramatic replay needed. The reaction said all. The diagnosis came fast. A torn Achilles tendon. Season over. Postseason over. Surgery required. For a 32-year-old tight and with a long injury history, this is not just another setback. It is a crossroads. Some Achilles recoveries stretch close to a full year, putting even the start of the 2026 season in doubt. For a team chasing a championship, losing a leader like this reshapes everything. What happened next is what stunned people inside the league. According to reports, moments after being taken to the locker room, Kittle requested a bottle of patron tequila. Not later. Not days after. Immediately, the bottle was sent from the owner's suite. Within 4 hours, it was reportedly empty. This was not celebration. This was reaction. Raw, emotional, unfiltered. Some will call it reckless. Others will call it honest. This is a veteran who understands what an Achilles tear can mean. He has already battled a grade 3 hamstring tear in Week 1, missed 5 games, suffered an ankle sprain in December, and dealt with recurring thigh issues last season. He knows the grind. He knows the math. And in that moment, reality hit harder than any defender. As he was carted off, Kittle clapped to the crowd, urged his teammates forward, and tried to project strength. Inside the locker room, the response told a different story. One of frustration, disbelief, and perhaps fear. Meanwhile, the 49ers pushed on, securing a 23-19 win and advancing in the playoffs for the first time since their Super Bowl run in 2023. Now they face the Seattle Seahawks without one of their emotional anchors. And the bigger question lingers. What does this moment say about the toll of the modern game when a player's first response to a career-threatening injury is not silence, but escape? Is this just shock or a sign of how fragile even the toughest stars really are? If this reaction came from George Kittle, one of the most respected leaders in the league, what is happening behind closed doors across the NFL right now? If this story hit you, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the hype button now, because this conversation is only getting started.